Well, many Manitobans are struggling with high food prices. Local food banks, soup kitchens, and other supports are seeing an increasing number of people that are reaching out for assistance. Deanna Stroud is co-founder of the Peg City Kindness Crew. She says that her crew received a shock last week after their online hamper request form went live. Just over 24 hours after the request form opened, the Peg City Kindness Crew actually had to shut it down. They'd received 700 hamper requests. That's more than triple the requests from last year. Deanna and the Peg City Kindness Crew are committed to fulfilling every request, but they need some help to make this happen. And Deanna's up early and on Zoom with us today to join us on the show. Hi there.
Hi, good morning.
Wow. So what did you think? I mean, you open the phone lines and this starts happening. What were you thinking?
Yeah, we actually have an online application form that we put out. We're a very small group, so there's really this year we have 6, luckily, that are helping. But in the past it's been 4, and prior to that was 2. So it's a small group. So we have the application form, that way we can, access it as we have time. We did 202 last year. This year we were expecting more. Obviously, there's so many more families that are struggling that really I don't think they've ever been in a position where they thought they would need a hamper, but people are, they're paying their mortgage or their rent, they're paying their insurance and their gas to get to and from work because they need to work, and there's not a lot left over. So I think there's a huge influx of people that are needing extra help. So we figured it'd be higher, but we had no idea that it would be 700. No idea. We are a not-for-profit. We're not funded at all. We just recently registered as not-for-profit this year, so we'd be able to access things like Second Harvest and Bimbo Wholesale Bakery. They help us out with some extras, but we're just like we're very community driven. So we weren't expecting it, and we basically just said we need to shut it down because we don't want false hope, but we will do everything we can to fill these 700.
How hard was the decision to shut it down? I can't even imagine, because the need's coming in, right? And you're like, well, we want to be able to fulfill things, but we can't leave this line open much longer, I'm guessing. How tough was that?
Yeah. Oh, don't make me cry on film. It's hard because we just really don't want to say no to people. We haven't to date. We've been doing this since 2020. And we've always found a way to help people. We do this all year round, not so heavy on the hampers. That's usually at Christmas, but we help the community every time we find an opportunity or a way to do something that we feel can make a difference, or use our amazing platform of people that listen and help. We do it, but this is a big one. All at once.
Yeah. So 700, you're going to commit to this goal because that's, people phone, so you're going to commit to it. What do you need? Yeah. What goes into these hampers, and what are your needs?
Yeah, well, this year specifically, the biggest need that would help us absolutely the most would be for people to sponsor a family. So we have these 700 families. Some of them have, 3 to 4 people. We have one family that has 17 members in one household. So obviously that's a much larger hamper to just feed them even a meal. So basically sponsoring a family would be huge. And what that entails is we would basically give you a rough template of suggested items that we would put in depending on the size of the family. And then you would go and do your own shopping. You'd be assigned basically the family, their contact information, their delivery address, and you make arrangements with the family directly of when works best for both of you to get the hamper to them. And what that does is, it takes one of them, that they're covered, that's one less hamper that's still needed. But it also takes it off of our plate to actually need to do the shopping, the packing, the coordinating, the deliveries, etc. So that is the biggest help currently.
So can I ask, when people are thinking, you mentioned food, obviously there's food items that that will go into the hampers. Are there also toys, or are these strictly food hampers?
So we have done toys in the past, our first year. This year we're not. This year food is first and foremost the most important thing. People are hungry, and we wanted to focus all of our attention on that. That being said, just a side note, we are doing an event for Norquay Elementary School. It's student run there. We've been collecting gently used or new, but gently used is just fine. Doesn't have to be new. Toys and, lotions, candles, books, anything that would be nice. And basically the kids will get to go in the gymnasium and shop through all of the things. Obviously, there's no cost involved. We'll have a gift dropping station set up so they can go in and shop for every member of their family, wrap all of the gifts, make a little card, and take home their goodies to put under, the tree or not.
Lovely.
If they don't have a tree, they can just take it home and share. So that's what we're doing for gifts and toys this year. It's separate, but the hampers themselves is a completely different thing, and we're sticking strictly with food.
What were the commonalities when you were these 700 families, talking to you, and you're taking down details? You said 17 people in one family. What did you hear from people? Is it all over the place, like in terms of the sizes of the families, or what did people share about their own needs in our community?
We don't ask for a ton of details. The form is basically we just need to know, how many people are in your family. We often ask how many adults, how many children, and then where they are and a contact information and a little bit of detail to do with maybe when they're available to receive hampers, because some of the communities, people are concerned if you leave it on their porch that they won't get it when they get home. So we do try and accommodate that.
Were there lots of families with children, or were there, I know on Friday we did our show for Harvest Manitoba, and they were talking about an increasing number of families that are using the food banks across Manitoba that are employed, but they just can't make ends meet. Lots of children, but also lots of single people. Seniors still high in the numbers, right?
Yeah, and we have people ask too. They're like, "Oh, do you only help families?" Or "I'm just a single person." But no, we help people. You don't have to fit in a box. You're a person, and we care about you. So of course, we will figure out how to help.
Why do you do this? What motivates you, Deanna, to continue to care for community in this way?
I don't know. Why are you making me cry so much?
I know, because it's the time of year and there's so much need. I bawled like a child all Friday show. You don't have to worry about that. That's your emotion coming out because you're a helper.
Yeah. I like to help people. I always have, ever since I was a kid. I think it's important to get outside of yourself. We all have things that we go through. There's stuff that feels heavy some days, some heavier for others. It doesn't matter. Just be a person, be kind, lead with your heart. Don't judge, if you can. Judgment's not, human nature, but really try and just have an open mind and trust that you never know what someone else is going through. Truly, you have no clue. And just assume that kindness will always be the way to spread, the goodness in the world. And I truly believe in that. I think it's important to put that out. Between my partner and I, we have 6 kids. So I want to be a good role model for them, just teaching them that, again, just be a good person. It is way easier to be a good person than it is to do crappy things and treat people poorly. So just pour your heart into being good, and you can't go wrong. You'll never go wrong with being nice. So it's important to help. Just help people every way you can.
Leave us with the phone number or a website, how people can, give donations if they can't give a full hamper, or how they connect with you if they can sign up for a full hamper. Where should they go for details?
Yeah, so unfortunately, we were having some technical issues with our sponsorship sign up. So if you did sponsor a family and then you haven't heard from us, we didn't know you did it. So please reach out. We are primarily on Facebook. We are on Instagram as well, but Facebook seems to be our main hub. So you can message us through there. It's Peg City Kindness Crew Inc. You can also reach us by email, pegcitykindnesscrew@gmail.com. That's the same email address that you can send e-transfers to. It could be $5. It could be $24,000. That's the number we need right now to fill all the hampers. But basically, that is the best way to get a hold of us, and we will figure out what your budget is and partner you with a family, or just give us the money and we will do the shopping and coordinate the drivers and get the hampers there too. Any way you can help, or drop off food. There's places all over the city. You can find all that on our site.
So I wrote down pegcitykindnesscrew@gmail.com.
You bet.
I got it right. Excellent. Have a wonderful rest of your day, Deanna. Thanks for being with us this morning. Take care.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Deanna Stroud is the co-founder of Peg City Kindness Crew. You can find out more, as you heard, about the crew and how you can help by visiting their Facebook page. You can directly reach out at pegcitykindnesscrew@gmail.com.